4 ways to improve your listing presentation. Hi, I'm Paul R. Atkinson, your real estate coach. Today, we're going to talk about 4 ways on how to improve your listing presentation. I've been doing real estate for more than 16 years, had so many opportunities to meet with sellers and continue to meet with sellers, and it's always a delight. It's always a pleasure. When you take the time to master a few techniques, the 4 techniques I'm about to show you, you will enjoy having a listing presentation as well. And the listing presentation will be successful in you getting that listing on the spot. So here's how we do it. Before we get started, hit on the subscribe button below. And don't forget to go into the description section of this video to find the scripts that I have prepared for you today that you can use on practicing on your listing presentation to increase that sale. So let's get started. How and what are the 4 things that I see that you could use to increase your listing presentation skills? Number 1, in improving your listing presentation is for you to ensure that you have a script. A script is something that you've put together, or perhaps someone has put together for you, that provides you with powerful words that you can use when you engage with that seller that will allow the conversation to go in the direction of you gaining the trust, gaining the like of the seller. So you need to have a script. Second thing you need to do is you have to practice the script. This script that you have selected or created or whatever it is that you've accumulated, whichever way you've gotten it, and you're satisfied with it, you need to make sure that you practice it. Practice becomes perfect. But most importantly, when you practice and you do role playing, it really makes you comfortable when you're performing. You know, come on, think about it. Most of us did some kind of sport in school, right? When we were growing up. I was like track guy, you know, I used to run track from my small, very small. And you had to practice before a track meet, you know, like several times a week. And you had to get ready for that performance. It's the same thing. One thing I talk about in my book, The Art and Science of the Real Estate Agent, is whether you have an audience of 1 or 1 million, it is an audience. Look in the dictionary and define an audience. An audience can be 1 person, or it could be 100 or 1 million people. It doesn't matter. It's have an audience. You know, when I watch these old movies and they say, "The king requests your audience, sir." What? I like that kind of talk, but the king requests your audience. That means they want you to come for a meeting, right? So when you go on that appointment with the seller, you want to make sure you understand that that is an audience and you will be performing in front of the audience. 1 or 100, 1 or 1 million. Know that you have an audience in front of you and you have to perform. You have to give a presentation and it needs to be impeccable. So you need to practice. Don't go on stage without practicing, okay? Not good. Think about it. You want to be comfortable and you don't want to seem nervous. You will begin to sweat. You'll stumble. It's a big job. It's a big job when you're sitting with a seller. But the more you practice, role playing, get someone to sit with you or take a phone call and say, "Hey, I'm talking to you as a seller. Please be a hard and mean seller." Go for the mean stuff. Tell them no matter what you ask them, tell them to say no. That's a good practice. I do it with my team all the time and my staff. We just practice all the time. So listen, go for that practice. Role play, role play, role play. That's a number 2 thing that I have to tell you. Number 3 thing about getting more listings is doing a live CMA. Yep, doing a live CMA. Many years I've been doing this, and I'm very comfortable with it. I find it to be very useful and meaningful to the seller. Their feedback also is that they just love it. It builds so much trust real quickly on an environment where we need to build trust quickly. So how do you do a live CMA? All right, here's what we do. I don't have a lot of time to go in depth, but remember, in the description box below of this video, you will find the scripts and you'll find the techniques in detail. Go down below, okay? But here's what it looks like. When you're doing a live CMA, what that means is you're taking your laptop, right? I'm saying laptop. Take your laptop or your tablet, whatever it is that's going to get you into the MLS. I'm talking about not the app part of it, the real deal that's right on your desktop, that kind of event. And you want to do it in front of the seller. So here is Mr. Seller right here, Mrs. Seller right here, and ask them, I brought you to my computer so we can do a live CMA together. Would that be okay? I also brought something for you which you could leave. I printed it out. I've done it so many times. I love it. They love it. So we get a little closer, right? I could feel the energy. I could feel them. I feel their being. That's good stuff. Don't sweat. Learn to like it. Now you get your computer right there in front of you and they're next to you. They're partnering up. And you would turn around and just go on to your MLS. Pull up the subdivision for this property. Pull up the information. Kind of show them how you got through the process of checking things out, the tax roll, when they bought it, and then go into where all the active sales are, all the pending sales and backup sales, and all the closed sales. And show them how you distinguish between all of these. Now, once you do this technique and you're doing this live CMA, you're able to show them the value of the property and the positioning of their property. For more information, go below in the description box. Don't forget that. But a live CMA is an amazing way to make sure that you get that listing presentation handled. Fourth and last thing that I want to tell you about increasing your listing presentation. You have to know your sales. You need to know sales. Yes. The thing called sales. Yep. Remember, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. You have to sell. You also have to do accounting. You have to manage the books. You have to do everything. Yeah, it's true. But most importantly, guys, you got to know how to sell. All right. And my 5 steps of the sale: conversation, curiosity, conviction, desire, and close, show you how you can master this technique of being an impeccable salesman, saleswoman. You have got this. You need to know how to be a salesperson. And inside of this training, 5 steps of the sale helps you do that. Conversation, that's where you get that person to like you and listen to you. In the curiosity phase, the second step of the sale, that's when you make them hungry to hearing more of your proposal. It goes on and on and on. But anyway, click on the link below. Don't forget, if you have not subscribed before, please do so now so we could stay in touch. And also, remember my gift to you in the description of this video. Until next time, I will see you soon. Go get 'em, Tiger.